Hi, my name is Anjani Segrist, and I want to make a quick video blog. I just finished a session in my room here and had some really great ideas, and I don't want to wait to write about them. Plus, I never actually do write, and I forget about stuff, and it sucks. So, the thing that I just had. So over the day, I've been working on really defining what I'm going to do with my business and my life in general for the next, the upcoming year, 2016. And a couple of things. I've been having these reoccurring dreams about one of my friends who I've kind of been confused about. Maybe I might have a crush on him, or I might like him more than I wanted to say that I like him. And I've been having these dreams that, he's pushing me away, or he's not necessarily saying like, I don't like you, but there's this sort of detached feeling that I get from the dreams. And just a couple of synchronicities happened today with him and with my ideas of what I want to do with my business. And the mentor that I'm working with asked me some direct questions, which were like the exact words that I would use to describe the way I feel around my friend, which is something about keeping, like that he's keeping me at an arm's length, and something about maybe he doesn't accept me, or I don't know, it's something along those lines. And what it led me to during the session I just had was a couple of things. And one is this year, 2015, we had Pluto in Capricorn as one of the main features in the sky. So Pluto and Capricorn working together, not working together, but being together in the sky is sort of like not a breakdown of systems, but it really has a lot to do with the patriarchy in our system, in our society. And Pluto being the underworld initiator, sort of the image that I get is like bringing that down or breaking that down. So we have to look at all the pieces, at the way our society has been put together, and decide what we're going to do with it, what we're going to keep, what we're going to throw away, and how it has affected us individually. And the last 2 or 3 years, I've been going on a really deep underworld journey, like discovering things about myself, going really deep inside of myself, and so much to the point that I pretty much have closed out the rest of the world. I don't know what's happening I know, but I don't pay attention, and I don't go out, and I've just been really focused on tearing down my whole government and my whole society within myself, and looking at each piece and deciding, where did this even come from? That's what a lot of the questions, I'm looking at things and like, whose is this, and where did this come from? And the way it relates to my friend is that he represents this sort of the father. He represent, not my father, but like the qualities that I've always thought were good and would make you a good person, or the qualities that would get you ahead in the world. Being able to think intellectually on a linear, like be able to put steps together. It looks like long division to me. It looks like math. And he sort of represents all of those things that are very logical. And my mentor had said something about who is this logic that you're praying to? Like, who is this logic that you worship? And it's true. Like, I was going to become a lawyer and was doing I did all the things to get into law school. And then I took the LSAT. I did the whole LSAT prep, and logic is God in that system. And anyhow, when I would getting the sort of rejection from him, even though he might not really be rejecting me in real life. Although I do feel like when I see him, he sort of doesn't look me in the eye, and he sort of, if we go somewhere or if we're in the same room together, I'll see him hugging other people, and I'll kind of hug other people, but we never hug each other, which is so weird because I really like him a lot. Ever since before I even knew him, my ex is friends with him, or was friends with him. I don't really know if they're friends anymore, but my ex would talk about this guy, kind of complaining about him, but the things that he complained were such beautiful traits to me. I couldn't believe that there was a human being who was, living or doing the things that really bothered my ex, but it was fantastic to me. And so yeah, it's like sort of like he's a living embodiment for me in this part of my life of what is good and what is going to be accepted by the fathers or the forefathers or the government, God, sort of whoever it is that we're trying to please when we're going to college and getting good jobs and following the rules and doing what is the step-by-step thing. And so all my life I've been trying to make lists, and I have binders and little notebooks full of these lists I've been making and ways I've been trying to organize my life. And it's not a strong point for me, but I really was trying because that's what I thought I needed to do to be good. And it's occurring to me, and it's been occurring to me over, the last 6 to 9 months that my gifts are not in that field of being logical and linear and intellectualizing things. It doesn't mean I'm not intellectual, because I'm very intellectual, but that's not my way of engaging with the world. And actually, I have psychic gifts. I have gifts of empathy, and I'm able to feel people in ways that aren't written down in books. It's very unique and special, and I have hated that about myself because it seemed weird and isolating and uncomfortable. And I've been working with these tools and gifts and starting to own them more and more, and it's a big thing for me to be able to say I'm psychic. I have psychic gifts. I'm an empath, and these kinds of things aren't really the goals for life, but everybody is born with different sets of skills that are heightened, and I think we all have the whole plate. We all have the full circle of gifts and abilities, and we can strengthen or get rid of as we go along. But some of the gifts and skills are obvious and prominent, and for us to shut them out because they're not accepted and they're not popular is not, who throws away a gift? Like who said God gives a gift and you're like, hey, I don't really like this, take it back. That's not really, I don't see that as an option anymore. So the takeaway from that, or from the day and all this kind of opening that I had today, was that I'm looking to this guy who it's not him. And I do like him and adore him, and I think he's wonderful. And so this isn't, not saying anything about him. It's just that what he has been representing to me that I wished I had more of. And when I'm in the dream looking at him and wanting to connect with him, cuddle him, hug him, and he's sort of like there, like next to me, but not really open to connecting at a deeper level with me. The overall takeaway from that is myself not being able to fully access those gifts of being logical and being kind of rejected for not being logical. And so the rejection's coming from myself, and he in the dream is representing a part of myself. So fuck that, I'm done with that. And I encourage you to look at things in your life that you've been told or you somehow believe that were going to be better or get you ahead in life or make you more popular or more successful, and throw them away. Like, you don't need those. Look more for what did you get in trouble for? What were you told to stop doing because it was not right or acceptable or whatever? Like, I asked my mom, I called my mom up at 5 a.m, text messaging, because, you know, it's kind of early to talk, but I just asked her, like, what did I used to do? What was I good at? What did I get in trouble for? What was I scared of? And that really helped me to start putting the pieces together to show myself what parts of me I repressed and threw away in order to fit better into this government and society. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed me sharing some deep parts about myself and my day and my journey. Yes, thank you.